my mother, when she had that bar, you know what the biggest lesson I learned was? I'll never forget when I was working for my mother. She would pay me good money, $20, $10 to do menial shit. Clean the bathroom, pick up. And I'll never forget one day, we had the restaurant still. I had to be Mercy's age. And we had the restaurant still. And I still remember my mother. And you think about it, you listen to the story and you might think it's the wrong thing. And I remember my mother grabbed me going, go put a shirt on and a jacket. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, come on. And there was a podium at my mother's bar. And there was a bar first, and then there was the restaurant. We only had the restaurant for maybe, till I was about 6 or 7, and it was too big of a load on my mother. Because at the end of the day, my mother had to cook the meals. So my mother had to cook, but then somebody would come in at 4 and serve the meals, and she had waitresses, and my mother would be behind the bar. And I still remember one day my mother, there was you know those doors that you push? Mm-hmm. Velvety. It wasn't velvet, it was like a leather material with 2 windows. There was my mother had 12 tables, maybe 3 of them had people on them. I was about 6. And I'll never forget that a couple pulled up. And the bar had like 15 people at the bar, and 2 people pulled up. And they go, do you have a table for 2? And they were like, oh, aren't you young to be a maitre d'? And they were goofing on me, and I go, let me seat you. And I'll never forget, my mother was busy, and she goes, what happened to those 2 people? And I go, I sat them. And she goes, you weren't supposed to see them. You're supposed to see them at the bar, and I got to get them for 2 drinks. Before I seat anybody in my restaurant, I don't care if it's packed or empty, I got to get them for 2 drinks at the bar. This is a woman in 1969 telling me this.
Yeah.
And me going, what the fuck are you talking about? And then she goes, where's that $10 I gave you? And I took it out. I go, here. And she took it out of my hand, and she goes, you just lost it. You just paid for those 2 drinks. And she walked away from me. And I cried, and I fucking remembered that lesson. Till today, I remember that lesson.
Yeah.
At Benihana, there should have been a guy there that should have taken me and my daughter. Oh, you don't want it? You're too young? Taking my wife to the bar and offered her a drink. That's principles. Those are the principles I was raised in, you know? You know how many times I took my kid into that fucking YMCA pool and jumped in the pool? Me, at 340. At that time. When I first heard Mercy, when I baptized Mercy, I was 348, 345.
Really?
Yeah, when I baptized Mercy, I got big. I lost a bunch of weight, and then I got big. I used to take Mercy to that YMCA with no fucking shirt on. When she was 6 months old, I'd take her twice a week to mommy and me swimming. Me and my fucking wife. You know how many times I saw Mexican women with white kids in there?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Tom Segura. I understand you're in New York trying to feed your wife. But here's the beauty of it. Your wife and you were there.
Oh, right.
Texting.
Oh, right.
Tweeting. And the kids are in the pool and they got a fat Mexican woman, you know, that barely fucking speaks. She's in the fucking dreamer. She's a dreamer. She's looking out the window, you know, waiting to bring the rest of them in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here you two are. What are the chances that kid's got no chance? You never built a bond with your child.
Yeah.
I still remember fucking 2 feet of snow falling into New York City. I'm a Cuban kid, dog. 2 feet of snow. Waking up my mother, reeking of alcohol. And her getting dressed and pulling me down fucking Amsterdam Avenue. Remember those sleds with the rope? Pulling me back and forth for 2 hours. I was a kid with a hangover. You know what you know what Mercy's chances are of getting me out in the fucking 2 feet of snow with a hangover? Niente. 0. You know what I'm saying?
White power.
Yeah, white power. Stinky asshole. These are the things that get at me. That parenting has really like cut out. And then now we got, you know, that whole shooting with that fucking Colorado. You know what happened, right? There was a kid, and then he had a 16-year-old that was born a female, but she identified as a man. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking retarded. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole. How old do you have to be to drink?
21.
So you're giving a fucking 14-year-old fucking pills because he tells you he's a woman. You're giving him fucking pills.
It's happening younger than that.
The mind is not even developed yet. I'm not a fucking genius here. I'm not a fucking genius here. Listen, I did acid at 14. I may at any time walk into a fucking restaurant and just shit in my hand and throw it against the wall. I'm waiting for it. Is dementia my future? It has to be. I ate 20,000 hits of microdot acid. Let's pretend we're not even adding the fucking angel dust in there. Before my little fat fucking mind was developed. I know I'm going to have a problem down the line. I'm not a psychiatrist. I didn't go to doctor school. I don't know nothing. But you're telling me giving a 12-year-old kid fucking titty pills, tranny pills. You're going to give some kid tranny pills at 12 and not fuck up his little mind? Did you not know that the 16-year-old had to sit in court with his fucking mother because he identifies as a fucking woman, but he's really a fucking man. If my kid, Tom Segura, Mercy comes home and says to me, I identify as a man, I will start smacking her. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I identified as a savage. I still check the box for fucking mail. Okay? I identify as a savage. I rob people. I put people in trunks of cars. I don't give a fuck. I am a savage. I still mark the box gender. Male. I like to put other. I'm a fucking savage fucking animal. But so how can really? How can you,
Joey,
give your child? I don't give a
They're doing it to kids that are like 7 and 6.
To give them titties? To do what?
Yeah, to start.
To do what?
To transition.
Like, I'm no fucking genius here, but I want you to think about this. Your little mind isn't even developed. Come back when you're 24. Oh, you want to be a woman? Come back when you're 24. Go out there and live like as a man until you're 21. So you mean to tell, how old do you have to be to join the service?
18.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the fucking boat here.
No, it's very...
Maybe they should put me in a fucking mental institution.
Dude, do you know you have a little kid too. Like, I have a kid, 2 kids. Like, kids say crazy shit too. And to like, I think it's like people who want to transition, obviously you're like, yeah, go ahead, man. But when it's like a child, it's...
I have nothing but love for LGBT. I understand it. I understand it.
But I think it's
I understand it. But I don't think a child before the age of 18 understands it.
I don't think so either.
I don't think there's a grasp. I think that when they're 18, if they want to identify, they have to go through some type of program and take some type of testing at the age of 18.
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Come on, man. You don't know what you're talking about when you're 21. If you take a great look at your fucking life, you didn't have a crew at fucking 21. You were just flapping your lips like I was.
Yeah, of course.
You were just flapping. You were just picking up what people were saying at different fucking parties and flapping. What's the matter, Lee?
Yeah, you might have. I can't tell you. It's some.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay, I thought you unhit the microphone.
Think of some of the shit you did at night. Then for a week.
Well, here's the thing, man. Think about if you do start transitioning at a really young age, and then you're like 25 or 30, and you're like, oh fuck, like I did it way too soon. Or even you could even be younger. You could be 19 and be like, why did you guys help me transition at 9 or 10? And then there's already evidence of that, of people who have done that and get suicidal.
Go look at the statistics of transgender people at any age that make the conversion or the journey or whatever it's called. I don't mean to be rude. Look at the rate of suicide there.
Yeah.
Unhappiness. Being unhappy is a motherfucker.
Totally.
Because it makes you think.
Yeah.
I don't ever like being unhappy. I don't like it anymore. I was unhappy for a long time. Wow. I know I'm at an age where I know what makes me happy and I know what makes me unhappy. I know what I want to do and I know what I don't want to do.
Isn't that the best?
It's 50%. They said nearly 14% of adolescents reported a previous suicide attempt, but then for people who go from female to male, it's 50.8%. And then from male to female, it's 41.8.
And I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a fucking idiot in these people's eyes. And this is what I live with. That it's not about, it's common sense.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's fucking common sense. You have, I love it when they show the governor or whatever dressing up like the KKK and putting blackface on at the age of 23. I hate to tell you, you're a fucking idiot at the age of 23.
Definitely.
Your first year of college, you're a fucking moron with eyeballs. And I'm talking about everybody. I don't care what kind of degree you have. You have no life experience.
No.
You've been in a college, you've been in a dorm, you've been in whatever the fuck you have. Yeah, you have this Friday nights is always date night in my house. If I'm in town, there's no comedy, no nothing. We leave at 6:30, we pick a restaurant, we take a ride. We're home by 9:30. It's no big deal.
What about Sundays? You go out on Sundays?
No.
I know the policy.
Sunday dinner with the family.
Who goes out on Sundays, Joey?
Who?
No, who goes? What type of person goes out on a Sunday?
Sunday what?
Just a Sunday night.
Well, there's three types of people. No. When you're a fucking professional,
Yeah.
if you really want to sling dick and get your dick sucked and light your balls on fire, if you really want to party, it's Sunday and Thursday night. When I was doing coke, Sunday night's a good night to pick up a piece of ass because she's been saying no all weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
She's been saying no since Thursday. She's been holding out. She went to Chico LaRue's house and snorted blow. You got a Sunday. She's nice and soft. She's already taken 20 punches to the head. You know what I'm saying? She's already Roseanne McGowan, whatever her name is. Rose McGowan. She's bound to say yes, okay? Couple fucking drinks, couple bluebirds, maybe a fucking sleeping pill. You're getting your dick sucked. You know, Thursday night, I never understood. When I was 18, I figured out not to go out on Friday nights. Before I left for Colorado, January of 1983, I was cut and it was driving my friends crazy. They couldn't understand. Like, what do you do on Friday nights? You're up to something. What do you do? Go to a gay bar? I stay in and watch TV because I went out Thursday night and got my dick sucked and snorted blow. Friday nights are for amateurs.
Thursday is the best.
Thursday's the best when you get down. But back going to Sundays, when you're partying, Sundays are good. But once you have a girlfriend and you start going steady with them and whatever, think about what this country was made of. Sunday fucking dinner.
Yeah.
4 o'clock. I don't give a fuck. Unless somebody's giving you $1 million fucking dollars. I guarantee if you look at statistics of people who eat dinner together on Sundays, how long the family stays together, it just makes sense. I never had a family. For years, I ignored this poor girl. For the first 3 years I dated this poor girl, I was never home.
Really?
Never home. I didn't want to come home because I was a fucking addict. I was telling my wife the other night, if I still snorted coke, I'd be on the road every weekend. Fuck the podcast. I'd just be on the road every weekend. Why not?
That's the place.
The party would start on fucking Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's the perfect fucking, the road, if you're an addict and you want to keep it quiet, the road's the way to do it. I mean, eventually you're going to make mistakes and buy an ounce of coke for an undercover agent, or you're going to get herpes, or you're going to end up like Mitch Hedberg. Eventually that's going to happen to you.
Like Bert, yeah.
Bert.
Poor Bert. Leave Bert alone. Bert's trying. He's lifting weights with one arm. He's got a little Chinese kid with a camera. He's walking around Belgium and shit like that, having a good time. I saw him last week. He got so fat he looked Chinese. I didn't even know it was Bert. I thought it was a I thought it was a fat Chinaman and shit. And I looked and it was Bert with some kid. That alcohol is getting to his fucking head is swollen from those Budweiser. That fucking Tito's vodka.
He's all red.
Oh no, he's a mess. He's a mess. I thought he was a fat chink. I saw him on Bert.com. I go, who's the fat chink? It was Bert. Lifting weights with some skinny fucking kid. Unbelievable. Leave him alone. He's back, right? He's back?
Yeah.
He's rested?
He got back last night at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
You saw him?
On Instagram, yeah.
Oh, God forbid he don't tweet about himself.
Oh, my God.
He's on there all fucking day, following himself.
He's like a fucking fifth grader.
Unbelievable.
I'm over here now and I'm buying a shirt.
He left. He was at a bar. He made a video of him at a bar the other day that was just hilarious.
Oh, hanging out with people?
Yeah. He's fucking hilarious. He really is. And he walked.
That is my nightmare, though. He'll tell the audience, like, let's go to this bar. The audience. And then he'll go party with the audience at a bar.
Gabriel took the whole audience to Denny's on Christmas night.
That I could get into. That I could get into.
He told the whole audience, I'll meet you at Denny's. 3,000 Mexicans.
He bought Denny's.
Everybody at Denny's. Christmas night. Remember he does those Christmas Day shows?
Does he really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's Irvine, right?
In Irvine. He sells out 2 shows.
He's a savage, though. He fucking goes. He must do 280 shows a year. Still, more. I'm saying Gabe has no chill at all.
Did you see his tweet last night?
No.
Fuck all you motherfuckers. I went to Alaska and sold like he sold out the whole state. Like, literally,
I bet.
even the fishing poles. They just had fishing poles. Everybody left. That show, what's the boat? The boat was docked. What's the Alaska show? Everybody. He sold over.
I believe it.
Yeah, he tweeted it last night.
Let me check.
Comics are missing out.
But he never slows down. Gabe goes hard, man. Gabe goes hard. And I mean, obviously it works. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, that dude.
Remember, he started at an age with no Twitter.
Yeah. And built that following.
Listen, I'm a Twitter, Facebook guy.
10,000.
10,000 in Alaska?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's crazy.
What guy, you look at these old bands. Like I told Lee one time about Aerosmith. Take Aerosmith, for example. Do you know how hard it was to break out of Boston? You had the Boston Celtics.
Right. Yeah.
You had the Boston Bruins. The Red Sox were gods then, right? They were dick. But you had the Celtics and whatever. You got 2 tickets for the Celtics, or you want to see 5 guys with long hair.
Yeah.
And that's when they had Havlicek, JoJo,
Yeah.
fucking Russell, that whole fucking dynasty. How does a band bust out without social media?
It's crazy.
Gabriel, Sebastian.
Gabriel, by the way, also, like, I'm playing some big venues now, and sometimes, there's like artwork in the hallways. I keep texting him. Like, I'll see in the hallway, like, Gabriel Iglesias, then I'll look at the date of, like, I'm saying a pretty big theater, 2,500.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 2010. And I'm like, dude, you were doing this venue in 2010? He's like, yeah, I think I did it first in like 2008 or something. Like, God damn. I didn't realize how long he's been, moving that many tickets. It's a long time, man. To maintain that for a decade is a big deal. It's a big deal.
I still remember him booking the Bicycle Club.
Gabe?
$35 on Thursday nights, and you had to get paid on Friday. You had to go back on Friday and get your money in the heat of traffic off the 710.
Jesus.
There was times you just said, keep the $35. I still remember when he lost his virginity on the plane. I went down. In those days, Rudy Moreno booked Wednesday in Tucson called Bugsy's. And you'd fly down every Wednesday, 3 comics, $1.50 a piece. You got a hotel room, and you got like $600 in food, because the guy weighed 800 pounds that booked the thing. He had a lump on his fucking neck. It was tremendous. He'd take you to the best Mexican places. But then they introduced a show named K Locos. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
stuff?
I do.
And he blew up on that. Him and George Lopez helped him. I don't know the whole story, but he's been rocking it since then.
Dude, it's really impressive if you just want to study, being a successful stand-up. What he's done it really is remarkable. To build that following before that social media, like build it off of like those shows and Comedy Central stuff, and like just have that loyal of a following and make it grow.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.